Did you hear the story about the fucking car that I was about to buy, bro? Cause if I didn't, bro, you won't believe this shit. Dude was like, alright, I'm looking online, I found my car. Dude like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I sell you the car for $1,900. I'm like, I bet. I was like, before I come see you, are there any issues with the car that I should know about? He was like, nah, man, besides it just needing a tune-up, the car's perfect. I'm like, even cosmetic stuff. I'm like, is it like anything wrong with it? Nah, man, you good. So this dude is my mechanic's best friend. So I trust him a little more than a regular person, right? So I get all this money, bro. I get it in cash. He like, I want cash. I'm like, I'm gonna get you cash. I go get cash, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we going, boom. We pull up, I see the car, I'm excited. My eyes light up. I'm like, it looked good. It looked just like it did in the pictures, right? I look at the front. I notice a big ass crack in the windshield. I'm like, you ain't tell me it was no big ass crack in the windshield. He like, oh, well, if you get your car fully covered in your insurance, then, it'll cover that. I'm like, well, first of all, Georgia insurance don't cover windshields. That's just Florida insurance, because I'm buying a car in Florida. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let it slide. I'ma still just go on and do it, bro. I'ma still buy it. I get the windshield fixed. I got a couple extra $100 I could save up. Next thing, the other thing is the trunk button don't work. So to open the trunk, this what you gotta do. So he goes to the back seat. He's like, all right, so it's this wire right here in the back seat. You gotta pull this wire. But before he say that, I look in the back seat, bro. The car doesn't have a back seat.
What the fuck?
What the fuck's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, are you fucking high?
What the hell was that?
I can't make this up, Troggy. So at this point, I'm like, where the fuck the back seat at? And he like, oh man, yeah, this car used to be a police car back in the days. They don't put the back seats in them. You gotta like buy a back seat. So I'm like, nigga, so when I asked you what the fuck was wrong with this car, and you said it wasn't nothing wrong, and I said, what about any cosmetic things? The windshield, the trunk, and the fucking back seat are all cosmetics. So you trying to sell me a half a car, basically, what you telling me. So at this point in my head, I'm like,
hell to the no, to the no, 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 no. Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no.
Because not only will I have to pay for a seat, I'm gonna have to find somebody to install the seat. I'm gonna have to pay for the title to get transferred from Florida to Georgia. I'm gonna have to pay to get the windshield fixed. And I'm gonna have to pay to get a fucking tune-up for the car. And I'm gonna have to pay to get the wires rewired so that I can fucking have a working trunk. That's before I can even drive this bitch. So really, I'm about to spend $3,000 on this bitch. He went down to $1,700, bro. And I didn't buy the car, bro, because like I'm not a fucking mechanic. And I barely had enough. Like, I literally was gonna buy this car, take that money. Well, I was gonna buy this car and save up so that I could get the shit road legal, bro. This was gonna be like a month process, probably. Like, I probably wasn't gonna be able to fucking get the actually drive this bitch until next month, September, probably. But I was gonna grind my ass off to be able to do it, bro. That shit blew me, bro. Man, I ain't buy that shit, bro. I ain't buy it, bro. And so, like, now I need a little more money to buy like something decent, because nobody's selling cars right now, bro. Like, nobody is selling cars right now. And so every car that is for sale, they're like, if it's under $2,000, it's a bunch of shit wrong with it. So I'm gonna say I probably need like $3,000 to get a really decent car that I don't gotta do a bunch of work on. So that's my budget right now, $3,000.